Asia Cup qualifiers, World Cup qualifiers, but regaining ODI status is our biggest goal. So if we can get that in the next couple of years, it'll be really, really good.
Fantastic. That was Ayush Shukla, and over to you, team.
Thank you. Ayush Shukla joining us on the broadcast. Hopefully we'll see him out there in the red and black for Hong Kong, China very soon. Just a bit of a knee niggle, I believe. So resting today, hopefully in for the Tri Nation starting tomorrow. Yadav just went for 4. It's going to go the scoop. Oh, that was dangerous. There's no future in that one. Anshuman Rath, that's the way you got out in a previous series here. Tried to go the scoop and lost the top of his leg stump last time we saw him do it. He's tried again anyway and survived this one. Last time he did that, he had actually scored 100. It was in a one-day game against Malaysia, I believe. And then at 101, tried to go the scoop, lost his leg stump. Yadav, again, this time decides to go conventional, pushes it onto the leg side. Plenty of space. They were thinking about a second. No run there, though, so rotate the strike back to Bubba Hyatt, who had been playing the supporting role before the drinks break, right up until the 10th over. If you're just joining us, he bashed 22 off that final over. 3 sixes and a 4. So, after that, he's now the leading score runner between these two in their partnership. Partnership moves to 55. Stayed a little low, so just pushes it to mid-on. He's way back. Long on has to come in and do the fielding. Another single. 1 ball remaining in the 11th. Gives himself some room, gets onto it, clears the rope for a maximum. Anshuman Rath hits a 6. That's his second maximum. Had a player out there on the ropes, but nowhere near where that ball was sailing. Didn't matter, it cleared the rope nicely. He knew that off the bat. A maximum and a good over again for Hong Kong, China. They move to 96 for 2 after 11. These two taking turns at who has the higher score. After that 6 moves back in front on 33. Rashid Khan coming into the attack from the Argyle Street end. First time we're seeing him today for Nepal. Right arm medium fast. Looks like he's going over the wicket to the right-handed Bubba Hyatt. They've got protection at long on, deep mid-wicket, deep backward square leg. They've also got a long off, hiding behind the sight screen from our commentary position. We saw in the 10th over, it didn't really matter. They're bringing that long off in, actually. They decided it might be better to have a catching position. Right on the circle. Deep point as well. Khan comes in, short, smashed, bang, gone! Smashes in to the Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground offices. Leaves a dent, bounces back in. Massive. It's gone 10-15 metres up over the rope. Too short from Rashid Khan. Bubba onto it in a flash, and he moves back in front in this race between these two. 35 off 16, going at 219 strike rate. Remember, he started in singles. There's a big appeal. Oh, and there could be a run out as well. That was chaos. Watch on the replay. Bit high. It did hit back pad, but then the run out. Anch decided there was a run. Oh, Bubba was waiting to see what his fate was on the LBW decision. Almost got run out. So a little chat between Anshuman Rath and Bubba Hyatt. It was a good delivery from Rashid Khan. Gets that one
just a little bit fuller and can wrap the pads. He might get that LBW decision from umpire Niaz Ali at the Argyle Street end as Khan comes in again. It is fuller this time. Bubba just gets an inside edge onto his pads this time, and another dot. Started with a massive, and now racking up some dots. Good comeback bowling. Of course, that 6 brought up the 100 for Hong Kong China. Like to see milestones brought up in spectacular style, and Bubba Hyatt did it in style. 3 balls remaining in the 12th. Tries to swat it. I think he almost tried to go on the offside there, but ended up going on out to deep mid-wicket for a single. Rotate the strike back to Anshuman Rath. Moves the partnership to 69. Khan to Rath, gave himself some room. I think it's 1 bounce over the rope for 4. It is. It was in the air, but he picked the gap beautifully. Another boundary to Anshuman Rath in Hong Kong China. So as soon as it had left the hand, it's going to be a bit short. Didn't get up. It didn't bounce as high as perhaps Anshuman Rath was hoping. But the placement was everything. 2 fielders out there, deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, and he picked the gap right between the 2 of them. And now it's forced a change. Rashid Khan going around the wicket. That one's on the leg side as well. Tried to sweep it finer, but hits it straight to that deep square leg for a single. Handy over in the end. 12 runs coming from it for Hong Kong China. They're 108 for 2 after 12.
Anshuman Rath, 38 off 29. It's Pratis GC coming into the attack from the softball ground end this time. Ease down to long on for a single. Wickets in hand for Hong Kong China. They might look to push over 200 if they can. Really put some pressure on. Weather holds. Hopefully we don't have to see any DLS projections. It's that kind of day here in Hong Kong. Lots of showers earlier today. There's Pratish in again. Big call of run from Anshuman Rath, but in the end, it was a bit quick out there to mid-wicket. So just the single. Crowd continues to build on a coolish Saturday afternoon here in Hong Kong. 2:30 p.m. Feels like 6:30 p.m. The weather. Oh, he tried to go huge on that one. I think it stayed a little low on Rath. Skidded on perhaps. Lucky to get bat on ball in the end. Another dot. He was tidy in his second over, Pratish, and into his third now. Just the 2 singles with 3 balls remaining. Looking tidy again. Over the wicket to Anch, gave himself some room, chopped up in the air. This could be the 3rd wicket to fall. It is! Pratish gets the wicket, the crowd goes mad, and Anshuman Rath has to go on 39. Hong Kong China, 110 for 3. Tried go big again. gave himself some room, but chopped it up in the air. It's almost like his back foot slipped a little as well. Skied it up in the air. Easiest of catches. And the crowd were very happy with that one. Rath has to go, and coming to the crease, it's the wicketkeeper, Jamie Atkinson, back in the side for this tour. Was unavailable to go to Qatar, but takes his place coming in. Number 5 for Hong Kong China. In a good place. 7.2 overs remaining, 110 on the board. Atkinson can always go big, is always dangerous. Was a player of the match in one of the games against Japan in the East Asia Cup recently here at Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground. There's plenty of batting to come too, big hitting. The likes of Yasin Mirza, Nazrullah Rana. Saw him practicing in the nets a few days ago, trying to become a full all-rounder. Bowls fast and can hit big. Might see him later on, but at the moment it's Atkinson on strike. Gets through everything. Actually clipped the keeper up on the chest. Got through very quickly with the left arm. Just jumped up on everyone. Bandari with the gloves on for Nepal. Doing a good job keeping that close up to the stumps for this speed. Eased through the gully region. Rashid Khan was waiting, so no run there. A very good over for Nepal, and Pratish 2 runs from it, plus a wicket after 13. Hong Kong China 110 for 3. You can see Azaz Khan. I mentioned how still to come. Yasin Mirza and Nazrullah Rana, but also the run machine that is Azaz Khan. He's been in great form in the 2023-24 season, both internationally and domestically. It's a powerful batting lineup from Hong Kong China today. Rashid Khan will continue from the softball ground end. 1 over, none for 12. It's always a tough ask bowling from the Argyle Street end. They've pushed long off and long on, back on the ropes. Bertel down here near our commentary position at long on. They've got a deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, which means there are runs if you can pierce the infield on the offside. There is a deep point. It's a forward point down on the ropes. Here's Khan. Comes down, goes bang. That's gone a long, long way. That one might be out on Ting Kwong Road. That is huge. Baba Hyatt. Somebody down on Ting Kwong Road has a souvenir ball because that has left the ground. 3 steps down. Absolutely smoked it. Keep running whoever's going to get that ball, because that might be up in King George V school that went so far. And as we've seen from Hong Kong China, when a wicket falls, the next batter comes in, just holds their crease, and the next batter steps up. So Bubba, it started just before the drinks break, started with like 5 singles, and then smashed 22 off 1 over from this end, and he's doing it again. And trying to figure out where to bowl to Bubba, because there's not much forward of square or point he hasn't smashed a 6 from so far. Also got a bit of wind assist as it gusts in again. Still discussions. Captain standing right near Rashid Khan, giving him instruction at mid-off. Ready to reset. Comes down again, but makes it a Yorker ball, so the captain is in the play there at mid-off. Keeps it to a single. Atkinson back on strike. We see Jamie try to go big as well, or is he going to try to pass the strike back to his Kowloon Cricket Club teammate, Bubba Hyatt? We talk about how the top order for Hong Kong China plays a lot of domestic cricket together. The middle order, Bubba Hyatt, Jamie Atkinson, Azaz Khan. all plying their trade at Kowloon Cricket Club here in Hong Kong. Played plenty of cricket together. Domestically, Atkinson opens with his batting lineup for Hong Kong China. Number 5 it is. Everyone gets shuffled down Bubba. Sometimes bats at number 3 for Kowloon. He's at 4. Azar's usually at 4. He's at 6. Wrapped on the pads. And yes, the nod goes up. The finger's gone up. Jamie Atkinson's been given out. LBW for a duck, and the 4th wicket falls for Hong Kong China. They're 117 for 4. Watch on the replay. The angle felt like it might be straying down leg, but umpire Niaz Ali right in the position to see it. Shuffled across. Don't think that helped Atkinson. Finger goes up. 4th wicket falls. Action packed. 14th over. 6-1 wicket. As he said, there's one Kowloon Cricket Club batter heads back to the sheds. Another one comes out. The all-rounder, the master, Azaz Khan, having a chat to his teammate Bubba Hyatt. 6 wickets in hand. 6.5 overs remaining. I think to start with, at least for Azaz, the plan might be just get bat on ball, rotate the strike back to Bubba. He's been out there for 22 deliveries. Bubba Hyatt going at a strike rate of 200. Another wicket here for Nepal. They'll feel like maybe they can restrict Hong Kong China to that par score of 160. But the batting doesn't end. Bat down to number 10, Hong Kong China. Khan with the wicket, full. Just ease down to a wideish long on for a single, gets off the mark, rotates the strike. Azaz Khan. Easy as you like. That was a good delivery from Khan, nice Yorker length. Seen quite regularly of late. Azaz Khan seeing them like beach balls. Just eases it into a vacant area. Everybody's patrolling the ropes. So we'll see what happens with these final 2 deliveries. Rashid Khan's 2nd over. At the moment it's evenly poised, 8 runs from it, plus a wicket. You can see the VIP tent. All the VIPs down there enjoying a late afternoon lunch. Chairperson of Cricket Hong Kong there, Reggie Shroff, talking to Anoop Gidwani on the board, the director of Cricket Hong Kong. I'll be enjoying all the action. And there's a chat there. Umpire Niaz Ali says it's time to bowl. We'll be bowling to Bubba Hyatt on 44. And gets the dot ball. No. Pushes it too wide. Have to re-bowl. It has been tidy bowling from Nepal. That's just the 4th extra, 4 wides in total as they try to stay outside of Bubba Hyatt's arc. Times just a little wide as we get towards the death overs. We'll be seeing more of that Yorker length outside off. This one re-bowled by Rashid Khan. Comes down, goes bang. That's the way to bring up your 50. Bubba Hyatt puts it out of the ground with a maximum. He moves to 50 off 23 deliveries. Big cheers as the Hong Kong China dugout finds out that's his 50. Another one smoked out of the ground. Bubba Hyatt shifts across. Inside out. Gets it over the top of long off to bring up his 50 off just 23 deliveries. 1 4, 6 sixes. His 50 runs, 36 of them have gone over the rope for a maximum. 1 ball remaining in the 14th. What does Khan do this time? And bowls are wide, tries again to keep it outside of the arc. With the big hitting Bubba Hyatt. Puts another extra on the board. There's the VIP tent again. Decided to sit down. Plenty of puffer jackets. Wise. one of the Cricket Hong Kong China VIPs. More support staff from Cricket Hong Kong in the blue.
Cricket Hong Kong's Ravi Nagdev there, enjoying some late afternoon lunch. One ball remaining in the 14th.
Yeah, no doubt. That wicket, of course, of Jamie Atkinson, it was big. But I'm going to respectfully disagree with you. I don't think it's evenly poised. I think it's the home side who just about have their noses in front. It's because of that man on screen. He took just 23 balls to bring up his half-century. And of course, last October against the UAE, he smashed 60 off 20 balls. So he's been in murderous form in international cricket, Babar Hayat. Very close to the peak of his powers. But a left arm spin now. Here's Sagar. Here's Sagar.
Well, he was, and then he's decided to go over and have a chat to the captain, so reset. How's he going to bowl? He's got more protection from that longer softball ground end boundary. Bubba bringing up his 50 in style. Now on strike. Backs away, gives himself some room. Just the single.
Yeah, I think you're going to have better luck bowling to Babar Hayat from the softball court end. Loves those short, straight boundaries. Look at that. The crowd just keeps picking up. I see a Nepal jersey in there as well. That man is so passionate that he's ditched his down jacket to show everyone I'm here to support my team.
Zaz Khan whips it off the toes. Just rotate the strike again, get his single. He's 2 off 2 now.
Yeah, it's not the kind of weather where you go bare-chested wearing a bomber jacket. You only do that if you've got serious passion for this Nepal team. Look at that. Down jackets, sweatpants, a couple of face masks on.
The camera panned a little further. There's a couple of blokes standing around in shorts, which I think is suboptimal. Sagar to continue. Bubba back on strike, gives him a full toss, gets away with that one. Just pushed it down to long on for a single.
It can happen sometimes, the full toss. Just takes you by surprise as a batter. And the irony of the situation, Babar Hayat has been hammering everything. Except for that full toss. Got some youngsters here as well.
Full, down leg, wide.
Yeah, so good to see. We've got a big Nepalese diaspora here in Hong Kong, China. A lot of them, of course, came over during the war fighting for the British. They stayed in Hong Kong.
Faster, stayed a little low on Azaz, but chopped down on it, gets through for the single.
I think Nepal fans as well. I don't think recently you've seen the new and improved Azaz Khan. He's a proper top order player now, as Azaz. He's not just that man who comes in for a useful cameo at 8, 9 and 10. He's a serious, serious batter, Azaz.
Round the wicket to Bubba. Tries to keep it wide, does keep it wide. Good delivery in the end. Dot ball.
Yeah, good stuff, Sagar Dakhal. Speaking of Mohammad Ghazanfar, the Hong Kong China leg spinner earlier, and he talked up Sagar. Gaz, of course, has played with so many of these Nepal lads at the under-19 and age group levels.
Gives that one a bit more air, a bit fuller. Still just singles off this over. And that is a single to finish off the 15th. Hong Kong China 133 for 4. 5 overs remain. Where can Hong Kong China get to from here?
Zipped up my jacket. It's getting chillier and chillier here at TKRG. And Hong Kong, China. They're going at just a shade under 9 runs and over. After they lost the toss and they were put into bat, if you gave them this scoreline at this stage, they would have taken it. They're in a position to go 185, 190, maybe threatening 200. Babar Hayat, the dangerous Babar, on strike. Is he going to go big again? Drill down the ground. Oh, great stop. Mid-off. I think that's Rohit over there. Fantastic. Saved at least 3 runs. You just saw a second ago Babar Hayat's father off screen now. But more support there for Hong Kong, China. I think it's about 50-50 at this stage. Half of all supporters, they're here for the home side. The other half, they're here for the visitors. There's a reason why it's called the Friendship Cup. These two teams know each other so well. That's just a bit too short there. Bibek already with a big wicket of Jamie. It's a very promising all-rounder. Bibek. Beg your pardon, Rashid Khan. Very promising all-rounder, Rashid Khan. Yeah, a bit of a commentator's curse there. That one going down the leg side. Yeah, he's got that hood on. Don't blame him. Don't blame him. Some people in Hong Kong, they wear face masks just to stay warm. It's a good tactic. Getting a thumbs up there. Some of these Nepal supporters. Nepal, Nepal. Those are the chants. They're happy. They know they're on TV. Bang. He goes high. He goes long. Berthel once again a spectator. And again. Oh, I think that's hit a car. I think that's hit a car. Oh, there you go. That's what happens when you park close to the Tin Kwong Recreation Ground. That's what happens when you bowl in the slot. Easy pickings for Aizaz Khan. Goes through with that shot and picks up his first maximum. Things looking very dangerous now. 9 runs have come off this over already. Just the 2 legal deliveries have been bowled. Yeah, a bit concerned now. Some of these Nepal fans, they're tuning into the live scores, tuning into the live stream. It's guided, backward point, can't prevent the single. That's been the story in the last 15 or 20 minutes. You get the feeling there runs off nearly every single delivery. That man, he's very brave. Need more than just a hoodie in this weather. You gotta love that about Nepal fans. They're not just partisan fans, they just love seeing good cricket. A lot of them are really enjoying this Babar Hayat innings as well. Ah, there you go. I think that might be Akbar Khan there. USRC's Akbar Khan. Six off the over already. Is that going to be a boundary? Oh, good effort in the deep. I think that's Gulsan Zah. But he looks to the skies, couldn't prevent the boundary. That's a 6 and a 4 already in this over. 14 off it, still 2 balls left. You can see what he was trying to do. He was trying to go block hole. Yeah, it wasn't full enough. It was a bit too wide. Allowed him to free his arms. Picks up yet another boundary here, does Babar Hayat. Look at that, 59 off 30. Again, goes big. That's in the air. It's a chance. Oh, puts in the dive. Just goes on the half volley, though. It's a good effort to prevent the boundary. And they like that. They like that. The Nepal fans, they love that effort. They didn't love that result, though. I think they're so happy as well after 7 long years. Their team, their heroes are in Hong Kong, China. Still 4 overs left after this. Can they get up to 200? I think he might have found the gap there, Azaz Khan. Yeah, he's hit it better than I thought. Behind square. 150 up now for Hong Kong, China. Azaz moves on to 14. A mammoth 19 off that over. See on this replay as well. Rashid Khan. 2 straight, too easy. Azaz Khan. He's been in brilliant form, hasn't he? Both domestically and internationally. Some of the Hong Kong under-19s fresh off that tour to Thailand. Was it Thailand? Yeah, absolutely. It's getting windier. One of our tents is blown away here at TKRG. Yeah, those tents were weighted down as well by sandbags. More importantly, it's Barber. Big Barber on strike again. And again he gets a boundary. This time sliced away for 4. Or is it more than 4? Yeah, no, it's gone all the way. There you go, John Prakash. Confirmation coming from the standing umpire. Boundaries continuing to flow here for Hong Kong, China. Look at this. Bang goes Barber. Doesn't even move. Yeah, that's the thing when Babar Hayat in this sort of mood. You're not going to get your 10,000 steps a day, Babar. Keep hitting it that far. And I think it's a bit of a nervous smile there from that man, that spectator. Might have been a Nepalese fan there. He's conflicted. He's loving this from Babar. He just wishes it wasn't against his team. Oh, it's a rare dot ball. Good bit of work off his own bowling there from the left arm spinner. Look at that winning and score predictor. 198. Slows it up. Back-to-back dots. Yeah, it gives him a bit of a stare as well to Sagar Dakhal. Not sure that's going to change Babar's approach. 66 off 34. Bang! This time doesn't miss out on that full toss. The crowd are looking over their heads. Keep looking. That's gone out of the ground. Arms up again to John Prakash. Moves into the 70s now, does Babar. This is how he got there. Sagar Dakhal this time doesn't get away with yet another full toss. And I love what Babar did. He worked himself across his crease. He was targeting the leg side, wasn't he? This is a big, big score here from Hong Kong, China. And look at this acceleration as well. They've gone absolutely bonkers in the last 7 or 8 overs. They were 61 for 2 after 9. 103 runs have come in the last 46 balls. Bit of an anticlimax there, just a single. But that's the thing, it's usually that middle overs phase that tends to be the most economical in T20 cricket. Hong Kong, China, they flipped the script. Last ball of another expensive over, 13 off it. Can they close it out with a boundary? Ooh, it keeps low. It's done well there. The left arm spinner. Take a look at this replay. How close was that to the inside edge? Yeah, just skidded off the surface, didn't it? Something to keep in mind if you're Yasim Murtaza or Ehsan Khan. The left arm spinner and offie respectively. Nonetheless, 13 off the over, 3 overs left. It's 165 for 4. You can see brilliant air quality in Hong Kong, but that's not the discussion point here. The discussion point is that 17-degree weather. That's misleading as well. It doesn't feel like 17. It feels like it's 12 or 11 at this stage. Who's going to bowl these last 3 overs? Looks like we have a change in bowling. Pratish, GC back into the attack. The big question for Nepal, how do you stop Babar Hayat? 73 off 36, a strike rate in excess of 200. He scored 1 century already in T20Is. Again, too much width. Bit of wicked spin on that, but deep backward point keeps it down to 1. He's going pretty well himself, 14 off 7. I don't think you're going to see a situation where he looks to give the strike to Babar. He's going to go big himself. Oh, did well there, the left armour. I spoke too soon. Signaled wide by the umpire. You can see what he was trying to do there. That first delivery as well. He was aiming for that wide Yorker. 50 partnership up as well between these two. .50 off just 22 balls. Imagine that. Just a single there, down to deep extra cover. I think that seems to be the plan now for the left armour. He knows that if you bowl straight and in the slot, these Hong Kong batters, they're not going to be afraid to go down the ground. But if you're Babar, you're Azaz. I'm sure you're anticipating that wide-ish delivery as well. You have more protection from a Nepal's perspective on those square offside boundaries. Moves across his stumps, accesses the leg side, and I think that's gone all the way. Yeah, absolutely. Niaz Ali gets his arms up. Just like that, he's into the 80s. The left armour again trying to angle it across Babar. He's too good, isn't he? He works his way across his stumps. Not for the first time today either. That's the benefit of being the home side, with being aware and just being used to the dimensions of this outfield. Where does he go now? Does he go wide again? He does go wide. Is it too wide? No, it's okay. It's okay. 2 balls left in the over. Good result that for Nepal. Good thinking as well from the left armour. That's the thing. I think if you're going to go wide, you've got to go full as well for that full Yorker. Again, you can see him just looking over his shoulder, looking leg side. Drill down the ground. Bertel does well. Gets out that long barrier. It's just a single. That's the thing, if you're Nepal, you don't mind giving away singles at this stage. It's all about protecting that boundary. 10 runs off the first 5 deliveries here. Can he close it out with a dot, a single, maybe a wicket? That's wide. Oh, work to do. Oh, he's found the gap there, Azaz Khan. Placed it to perfection. Just like that, 14 off the over, 2 overs left. Hong Kong, China, 179